I have this inborn fear of playing Los Angeles. I have this phobia that I'm going to come out here and no one's going to be here. And that's what I was thinking today. Because I've been here for a few hours, while they set up everything. As you can see, the cameras are up, so they're filming this. They're filming you, filming me, and hopefully, if you are nice, and I don't suck, maybe someday it'll come out. But I don't know why I have this fear of Los Angeles, like no one showing up. But you did, and I can't believe it. Thank you so much for coming. I've been living in New York. I've lived in New York before, but I always lived there in one of those furnished apartments where they have the bad couch, really bad TV that gets like 1 or 2 channels, rickety bed, but you can live there with no hassle. So the New York experience really you don't really get any on you. So for the first several months I've lived there, I never really understood why New Yorkers are the way they are. Because you've all been there, or if you haven't been there, you've seen the character of a New Yorker in a movie. Or, everyone can do a New Yorker right here, right now. Come up here and beat me up. Oh, New York is in the house. Come throw something at me. Stand up, throw your chair at my head. Oh, Brooklyn. People there are really intense. You're walking across the intersection on your way to band practice. Bam! Guy slaps you on your back, juice from your eye flies out of your head. Hey man, you're the fucking guy, right? What would you do if someone came up to you and did that? You'd say something like, get away from me. No, I can't. I have to go, yes, I'm that fucking guy. All of a sudden, this guy turns my life into street theater. You can't talk to me? Oh my God. Yo, everyone on the street knows this guy. He's from the neighborhood. I am the interloper. The fucking MTV guy can't talk to me. Windows open, pillows fly out, old women come out on their elbows. I always thought about that fucking guy, you fucking ball bag motherfucker. An intense lot, the New Yorkers. And so it took me getting an apartment to fully get New Yorkitized. And if you want to get a place, you get up very early in the morning, hold on to your Village Voice one ads thing, and line up with all these people and get ready to fight. Angry people who want the roach-ridden box as much as you do. Or you can pay an enormous amount of money and hire a realtor who has inns all over the place with, the landlords. So I hired this guy to find me a box. And he found me a box in a couple of days. So I move into the box with a backpack and a cardboard box of a few belongings. It's tiny. It's poorly lit. It has 2 windows at one side of the box and kind of a window that goes, it's kind of like, on this, its face is just concrete. You'd stick your head out the window, smash your head against something. It's like a purposeless window. And all there is on the windowsill is just this much pigeon shit. I look around the box and I realize it's not a furnished apartment. It doesn't have all that stuff that one needs to live. What kind of stuff is this? Can opener, pots, pans, if you were really extravagant. Well, extravagant for me. A toaster. I'm really into minimalism. For me, the big night's food is like, wow, look, Campbell's is now making chicken corn chowder. I'm like the eternal bachelor. And somehow in my macho bullshit mentality, I find it below me to go buy all that shit. No real rock and roll animal goes and buys a hand towel. I'm not going to go buy some little piece of cloth so I can be like, even though I use them whenever I can find them. Real man just wipes his hands off on his pants, on his shirt, And so I realized I have to go out and buy all this stuff, and I've never done it. 35 years old, I've never bought a can opener. Well, now I have to, because I have a box with nothing in it except my backpack and a shitty blanket stolen by one of the Feelies in 1980-something that has not one single fiber of real cloth cloth in it. It's one of those things that you like tap a cigarette on, the whole thing goes up in flames in like half a second, like burns you into the mattress, like you just die. You are preserved in like plastic. It has the consistency of like a cigarette filter. I said, that's my blanket, and I've been sleeping under this thing forever, because I'm not going to go to a store and buy a blanket. How am I going to come off with tattoos? Fucking road warrior. Not like a blanket. You mean you get cold at night? I usually build a fire in my room. When it gets really cold, I stab my dog and thrust my hands into its steaming entrails. You know, like, but a blanket? No. So, I find a store that has all this stuff, and I'm going up and down the aisles, and I buy the little oval thing with the spike so I can put the soap on it, and I buy a can opener, and I buy the 5-gallon pasta pot. So I come out of this place like Santa Claus with this huge bag of domestic items. I feel like such a puss. You know, like, I bought a pot. It's just, that's so weak. But I made the lady know that I was cooking beef products in it. Yeah, I need something for beef stew, beef soup. I don't know, the leg of some animal dying, bleeding and screaming under the force of my knife. And she's probably seen it before. Oh, you're just another insecure male afraid of commitment. Ah, she got me. And so I move all the stuff in, and I think I'm so neat. I put the can opener there. I went out and bought salt and pepper. And then I look around the pad, and I realize I have nothing to sleep on. And horror strikes me. I have to buy a futon. A thing that I'm embarrassed to say that word. What do you sleep on? Cold ground? Just like every blues song. Cold ground was my bed last night. Rocks was my pillow too. Really? No, I sleep on a futon. I thought you said you were a tough guy. Yeah, I sleep on a bed of nails underneath a futon. So I have to go out into New York and find the futon store. The smallest size is the one for me. I say, sir, that's the one I want. He said, you'd like a loser futon. Anyone can walk into your place, see this tiny raft of a pad on the ground, and know that you're not getting any. I get this thing and throw it inside, slam it on the ground. I'm looking around to see what else I need. I start to notice how horrible my little box is. And I see a pipe that goes from the ceiling through the floor. I look at it, touch it. It burns the shit out of me. From November to March, this pipe burns with the intensity of hell.